I don't know if angry is even a big enough word for how I feel.
Buckle up for this one, guys, because out of all the gym idiots and donuts I've watched over the years, this guy holds the #1 place. How people don't have the common decency to not film others in a locker room where people are getting undressed and whatnot, it just baffles me, it really does. And let's not pretend that he didn't set the camera up just to film that guy and mock him online to try and get some views and attention. And this little juicehead thinks he's a tough guy doing that when we all know he's a mega melt. I mean, the guy's got a chain tattoo and then a chain on top of that. That tells me enough about this donut. I mean, someone in the comments said, man, why did you do Home Dude like that? And he responded, there was a whole locker room and he chose to stand behind the one guy that was trying to get some clips of his pump. We all know a pump is gone within 5 to 10 minutes. He's saying that as if the old guy ruined his video and he was in the wrong. Someone else in the comments said, the typical perverted old guy behind you. Perverted? Really? The only perverted guy in this video is the flipping donut who uploaded it. Because he then took photos of this man getting undressed and uploaded it alongside the video we just saw. I mean, it doesn't get much lower than this, guys. I know I'm rambling on. This guy really needs to rethink his life choices. We're all tired of seeing this bullshit in gyms. This guy is the definition of a donut.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Spend $80,000 on a truck and don't use it to do any truck things. Be a man.
Do you ever get dressed and just be like, damn, I look good? I did today.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think men should pay on the first date?
If it's an actual date, it's the man. It shows your role as like you're willing and provider. Like,
I totally.
yeah, any guy who went 50-50 with me is like.
So what do you think of the
Probably not
feminist
dating.
movement that says women should go 50-50? What do you guys think of that? On dates.
I'm totally down for that, and then we're friends for life. we're not dating if we're going 50-50. I go 50-50 with my guy friends.
This is haram.
These are the same girls that scream equality, but they don't want that equality when the check arrives. And then she proceeds to say she's got guy friends. I already know enough about her. She's a walking red flag.
I could find a man really, really, really hot. The second he sends me an Instagram reel, you're done.
Are y'all in a relationship?
Hell no. Nope. Married but separate.
So you going through a divorce?
Yeah.
Why y'all going through a divorce?
She cheated.
She cheated?
Yeah, she cheated.
How long in a relationship?
6 years.
She belongs to the streets. Y'all was in 6 years in a relationship, and how long until she cheated, or do you even know?
I stayed 3 more years after she cheated.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I understand the woman bring life. Y'all don't.
How do you get that life?
Go in the hospital and get a sperm donor. You don't need a man.
You still need a man.
You need a physical woman to bear a child for you.
And y'all need
a physical sperm.
Where does it come from?
That's for right now. Give it to
From a man.
If a physical man didn't go to that hospital, it would not be there.
You guys don't carry kids for 9 months. We do.
I carried them my whole life. What the hell? Kids is here the whole life.
You can't have a baby without sperm.
Women like you always try to eliminate men, and that's where the issue is. You just said you don't need a man.
You don't. We want you. There's a difference. Need and want is a different thing. I don't need a man.
You don't want him.
You want the potion.
You want the potion that lives inside of his
That's it.
I just lost IQ and brain cells just watching that. These are the same girls that if they break down, they're going to call a man. If something goes wrong in the house, they're going to call a man. If someone breaks into the house, they're going to call a man. And she's saying all this now, but give it a few years, like I always say, give it a few years when she's not getting selected and picked anymore. I guarantee you she'll switch up the tone.
Can you define what masculinity is?
Exactly.
I would like to hear that.
5 things. A man's a provider. He needs to be a protector.
Of course.
He needs to have faith. He needs to have courage.
Well, you got it. So if they don't do that, they're not masculine by your definition.
Yeah. Why is faith masculine?
You have to build. Okay, to answer your question, I'll ask you a question. How do you build self-confidence?
You don't need faith to do that.
You don't need faith to do that. No, you don't.
Oh, hold on. You're assuming that faith, I'm talking about God.
Don't assume what I'm assuming.
No, but faith in yourself. Self-belief starts with believing in yourself. That's faith. Because at the beginning, you won't believe.
Why is that masculine, though? Anybody could have that.
Do you think that there's masculinity?
No, it's not a real concept. Femininity is not a real concept.
Aren't you a men's rights activist?
I'm a men's rights activist.
What did he say?
So for you to say, oh, women are feminine and they're supposed to just sit at home and be nurturers, then in a meritocracy, well, in a meritocracy,
a lot of women that
You
shouldn't
did.
have kids.
I didn't
yeah,
say.
you
What?
said if men are supposed to be providers, if that's masculinity, then what's femininity?
Exactly.
I never said that a woman needs to stay home.
Name the five things for
Women
femininity.
and men complement each other.
Well, how would a woman complement masculinity?
It's a good question. How would a woman complement? You know what? If I take my example, because that's all I can talk about. My girlfriend will stay at home with the kids.
So that's complimenting
No,
you
no,
as a
but that is
provider.
her choice.
I understand
I
that.
choose to provide, and I do not want
Do you
my
think
kids.
it's feminine for her to stay at home?
This is a choice that her and I made. I found a partner that is more traditional in her values. She wants to raise children. That's what she wants. I come from a broken down family where my dad left when I was 14 and he never came back. I needed a father figure to teach me what it is to be a man, because a woman cannot teach a boy how to become a man. Neither can I teach a girl how to become a woman. So in my choice, when I want children, I want a woman that will stay with them, that will teach them love.
Those other dudes who say like masculinity and femininity should just be diminished, it doesn't exist. I mean, of course they're going to say that. Look at those guys. Look at that video and you tell me which ones are masculine and who aren't. It's pretty easy to single them out. And I really don't get this whole like trying to divide the family unit and men and women trying to divide, because when we come together, that's the greatest thing. When a man and a woman are together and they build a household, have kids, have a nice home, they have a great connection. Like, what is greater than that? The man is masculine, he's doing his part, and the woman is feminine, doing her part. I don't know why these people are trying to diminish that and try and like make everything an equal playing field when we all know it isn't. Finding a woman who accepts you as the man, but also women finding a man who's going to accept them as the woman, it's just, that's the most important thing.
Even the thought of wearing sweatpants in public to him was like, whoa.
This guy sounds like a catch. What's going on? He dresses nice.
Like textbook, he sounds like a really cool.
No, you don't. You didn't like
Yeah.
him. Why is that? Why do you say he was awful?
He was just very possessive and very, yes, he had traditional views, but it was very like, no, you are mine. Like,
How
it
was-
was just,
when you
he
say-
was like, gross.
He didn't like that I liked to party.
Well, no fucking shit.
Okay, so when you say possessive, is that what you mean? He wanted to spend, like when you wanted to go out on a Friday, he would rather you stay in with him.
Yeah, he was always like, oh, I'm not going to stop you from going out, but I would prefer if you didn't.
I don't know what she's complaining about. That guy, he had his head on his shoulders clearly, because I don't know what he was doing dating an OF chick in the first place. He was kind of asking for it, but these girls who want to go out and wear provocative clothing, go clubbing every weekend and act single with their single friends, no real guy is going to want their girl to do that. Because the big part they're not saying, the biggest part of all, is that they don't respect a man who allows them to do what they want when they want. They don't.
Okay.
So that you're making him sound so much nicer than he actually is.
Okay, well, here, why don't you tell us
Okay.
the extent of it? Go ahead.
Okay, I feel like he wasn't, okay, how do I word this? Just a lot of the comments that he made were very misogynistic and very, like, not okay. I think
Give me some examples. Give me some examples here. Yeah, you're allowed. You're allowed.
Just like, oh, I don't want anybody else to see your body. Like, just that. But
I know, I'm right there with you, okay? It's hard to listen to. Look, this guy's doing nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with not wanting your girl to go out wearing next to nothing because you don't want other guys seeing her. Like, that's for your eyes only.
Anything
I
else?
understand that. Like, obviously, if you're in a relationship, I get that. But just the way that it was said, I feel like is
Yeah.
How did he
I
say
agree. Even when he would describe, I think that's another thing.
This guy watches the podcast.
He would describe people who I would put myself in the same category as, like girls who party or wear like revealing clothes kind of to party, or even just like crop tops.
Guys, this is difficult to listen to, innit? I know. I'm right there with you. I promise you. So she's saying that, you know, he was probably calling other girls bizzles and all that. And she didn't like that because deep down she knows she's one of them. Man, shout out to these girls and their future boyfriends, because there is a long road ahead for them. And they say they want a real man. Well, no real man is going to put up with that and allow that sort of just bizzle behaviour. They ain't.